Hello. How can a man, all the way in America, who had everything cars, boats, jet skis, beautiful house, and a wonderful family, find himself in this condition in Nigeria as a depressed drunkard, having moved from grace to grace until the word of God located him and his life turned around, moving him from grass to real grace? This is the story of Mr. Henry, a mechanical genius who I encountered a couple of years ago while I was on 3-year assignment in Osun State, Nigeria. This episode is going to come in about 3 parts. What made Mr. Henry leave America for Nigeria? What went wrong? Let's hear his story.
Hello, my name is Henry Clean. I'm from New York, which is in the United States of America. I am now here in West Africa, Nigeria. I'm in a beautiful little place called Oshogbo, which is in the state of Osun. I've been here for about 3 years now. So where I came from, I had pretty much everything a man could ever want. I started very young working on vehicles, everything from cars, motorbikes, boats. Eventually I worked on some airplanes, helicopters, anything that had an engine. I was very interested in as I was a young man. So eventually I met a beautiful young woman. The moment I actually fell in love. We did get married, and in the year 2000 my wife had gotten ill. That's when they turned around and they finally said, okay, we found out what it is. They call it Behçet's syndrome. There's no cure for it. It's a genetic disease that is very, very, very rare. They said that she's going to die. That was it. I started to fall apart. But I said, she's not going to die. I refuse to believe this. In this day and age, with modern medicine, she's not going to die. No, 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 no. When they said and put it on paper as the diagnosis that she is and they want me to put her in there? No, 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 no. So once we lost the insurance, I was just paying out of the bank account. So just doctor bills, nurses, medicines, hospital stays. I told you money was really good back then. My businesses were doing great. I was worth a couple of $1 million. I ended up having to start with just selling off my cars. What I mean by selling off my cars is I used to construct custom or restoration of vehicles. Now these vehicles, when I was done, I would either sell to private owners or buyers, or I would put up for auction. I could make anywhere from $100,000 to $150,000 on one car, profits. That's how good these cars were. Okay, I would take rare cars, restore them to perfection. That money that was coming constantly was not even enough to keep up with the bills I already owed now. I'm paying out of my bank account $180,000 for 3 days in intensive care to keep her alive. That's just the hospital stay. The last time she was in the hospital before I brought her home was the 17th time in 1 year. 17 times the last year, in 2004, is how many times she went to the hospital. That year her heart stopped 2 times in front of me. I watched her die 2 times already. Now we're waiting for the 3rd time. So I brought her home, and at that point I couldn't afford to be paying for nursing care 24 hours a day, so I was basically becoming a nurse. At that point I was staying home 20 to Nigeria. And that's the adventure that brought me here, to Nigeria.
Hello, welcome back. That was very touching. What do you think? But that's the much we can take today. Would you like to know how this story play out? I would like you to make it a date with us, the next episode of this program. Remember, keep winning souls. Bye.
Follow Aura of Perfection with Pastor Joe Agbaje at Pastor Joe Agbaje on King's Chat and Cflix, and at Joe Agbaje on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. God bless you.